Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Simple Stories Saturday, where we'll all be using our Simple Stories collections. And it's hosted by Joanne Bartel. And today I am going to scrap this picture right here. The two middle ones are my grandkids, and the two on the right are Autumn and Libby. And I'm using Simple Stories vintage berry fields. I just couldn't hardly wait for this collection to come out. I had gotten Weather Garden because, it has lots of greens and I like it. But I caught myself adding colors to it. And then I seen this, and I was on pins and needles waiting on it. So pretty, but I haven't used it that much. I see that's very sweet down there. I plan on using it, but then I forget to do my title for a while, and it is not going to fit. I went ahead and matted the photo with a couple of the 6x8 papers. I did gut them and then add some white cardstock to the back so that it wouldn't be as flimsy. But I had it planned to use this paper and another one with flowers. But the more I looked at the one with flowers, the more I decided I just wanted the red stripe as a layer here. And I really like it with that picture. And that picture was taken at this. They were having like a big barbecue thing, and one guy brought one of those industrial fans because it's supposed to be pretty hot that day, and it's sitting right in front of them. Big old thing. I mean, it takes up most of that picnic table. And so I thought, well, I'll just delete the background and just put grass in because there's plenty of grass around that area where they were at. And it's just that fan was sitting there. Well, I deleted it and it done very well. But, and I was wishing, I had my fingers crossed that it wouldn't take the picnic table. However, it did. So I had to look on the internet for one with grass and a picnic table. So this picnic table should have been wooden. However, it's red. And so it goes really good with the berry fields. And I don't have that giant fan there. Their aunt took this photo. Well, my grandkids' aunt, she's grandma on the two on the for the two on the ends. I cut trim this out is from the um, ephemera a long time ago when I first got this collection, but I haven't never used it, so I am finally using it on this layout. And I just added some added depth to the bottom right of it because the photo's on a couple of layers and has that cardstock, and I wanted it to be fairly even. And when I was doing this and I laid a few pieces down, I didn't finish everything, because I start out and lay a few pieces down, just kind of get an idea what I want to do. And then I'll throw several more things, probably a bunch, into that tray. Well, I didn't plan on that yellow ticket. So when I went ahead and added it, well, I'm going to have to either cover up that red piece or I'm going to have to trim it. So I trimmed it. And then I'll go ahead and add some green on here. And I like that really well. However, when I laid a few things on the layout, I laid washi tape on the top and the bottom. And look how much room I have for my washi tape. Not much. I wanted to go ahead and keep it because I had a plan of putting a couple flowers on there. So it's going to go ahead and stay, but it's not going to have everything I had planned to start with on it. It's just don't have as much room. And I'm going to end up using a different heart than I planned. I thought I'd use a heart in each cluster. And, well, I was counting the washi tape as a cluster because it was by itself, in my head when I was thinking as I was going. And so I'm not going to have a heart in each cluster. I'm going to change my mind and take one out, and one I'm not even going to add to start with. I wanted to make sure I had a strawberry in each one. Let me look. Hold on. I didn't remember one up there in that left-hand corner. But you know me, I'll probably be going back and doing it before it goes in the album because I'll keep thinking about it and wishing it was there. I and here's one of the flowers, and I thought I fussy cut out their stickers, so I added them to cardstock and had to fussy cut them out because I wanted them a little bit sturdier. And I could have sworn I had a few leaves besides that one uh, fussy cut out. I will have to check my floor or something later because when I go back in there, I did put the collection up, but the more I look at the layout, the more I am sure I cut out some more leaves. I was watching a Christmas movie already. Yeah, it's not even Thanksgiving. While I was doing the fussy cutting and uh, couldn't find them. And it may be just upside down in the tray with all that other stuff in there. I don't know, but I will hunt for them. I just don't want them lost. I'm not going to go ahead and add them to the page. Uh, I started to put that butterfly down there on the left, and then I remembered, even though I didn't put it on there particularly, there was one on the viewfinder, so I moved it up instead. And I did add some of the rub-ons to start with, and let me tell you, these rub-ons took a lot longer in the 49 in market to put on here. So I did do some editing and cut it out. I didn't want it to look like I wasn't doing any rubbing on, but I didn't want y'all to sit here and watch forever, so it is cut out. But they rubbed on. But this is a couple of years old, so I probably need to do a few more layouts with this collection. But yeah, it's still a favorite because it is just gorgeous. Um, but since there wasn't really that much going on in the photo, I thought it'd be a good one to use with it and all the red. But they are just eating a snack is all they're doing. They had to stop where they were at and get a little bit of nourishment before they could go on with the day. There's a lot of pictures of them eating snacks, so uh, I need to really get some more collections that have food. Um, let's see, where am I? Oh, had to add just a little bit more rub-ons. You know, I like I said, I added a couple and knew I was going to add more, but I knew I was going to add them like in with the clusters. And see that heart there on the right I just put on there? It's not going to stay. It just did not look right there. You know how it is? Sometimes you'll look at something, and think, oh no. So yeah, it will end up going. I wanted to add a little bit more red up here, but I didn't want to cover up too much of my rub-on because I really like the rub-ons. So I cut this down so I could make sure it went in snugger because, you know, it was an afterthought. And uh, of course, I said I wanted to add flowers and strawberries. And like I said, I forgot it here. I think one of the smaller ones would look good like right above the flower, but I'll have to see what I have left. But I am putting the washi tape on over here. I'm trying to make it fit with my rub on there with the words. I didn't want covering it all up. But as you can tell, my camera went off and yeah, all I did was put down the strawberry and the flowers though. So I'm all the way up to putting the green butterfly in the upper left-hand corner. I had that So Berry Sweet and I thought I would end up putting it down there, but I wasn't sure. And then I remembered uh, that while I was putting it down, that my title was So Sweet. And I really didn't need basically the So Sweet twice. And so I thought, well, I just won't even put that on. But I pulled my title out and it didn't fit. I mean, I was worried about that because that's what hit me when I was putting it down. So it's going to sit there a few minutes, but then I'll decide I can go ahead and use it after all. So I removed that heart that I decided I didn't want there and pulled out the rub-ons again. And I'm just going to add some here. And this, I won't be adding it all because as I'm adding it, the top part does not look like the whole thing, you know, like it's whole leaves. It's not quite whole leaves, it's fragments. And I thought, well, I can make them look a little more fragmented. So I purposely didn't put the top part down so I could add it in a couple of more places. And where it's at, I like it a lot better. So there's that So Berry Sweet, and I was so glad I thought about putting it up there because it goes so well with the memories. And I will not notice the memories is crooked until I flip this around and hold it up there. And yeah, because I thought it was right on my video. And so just a few minutes ago, this got fixed. And it was hard. I started to pull the S up and scoot it down a bit, but I was tearing the paper. So I went over to the memories and tried to be even easier at pulling it up because it was really stuck. And so I got it to go up just a wee bit and get everything where it looks straight now. There will be no pictures of it though, because I'm not going to go back and take pictures just for it. I have to go in there where the lights are at or it does not take a good photo. Um, I am just adding some sprinkles in black since I do have a bit of black on the layout here and there. And I thought it would work really well. And that's Mr. Huey's, and I think it's called Calico. It might have been a different color at one time and over the years got darker. I don't know because Calico wouldn't have been my thought for black. But I've had it a very long time. And it it works for me because I think it's the only black I had. For a long time there, I had a black that I made myself with craft paint and alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and it worked really well and it dried really quick. But I just quit using it when this turned black. It was handier. I had the other end with some homemade stuff. But there's the cluster with the washi tape, and there's the layering pieces that I tucked in and trimmed around the red. And of course, my viewfinder is so cute with the added layers, especially. And my grandkids probably don't know what Sears is. We do have a Sears in town, but all it has is appliances. But when I was a kid, I really looked forward to going there because that meant we were going to get an Easter outfit. So we went at least once a year. Oh, and when Santa was there, we did go there when Santa was there. But yeah, there's my title, Memories So Very Sweet. And there's a cluster in the upper left. But make sure you check the playlist down there below to see what everybody else has created with their simple stories. I'm sure you'll find lots and lots of inspiration. It is so very fun creating with simple stories. See how I got that pun in there? But thank you all so very, very much for joining me while I created this layout. And check out the playlist below and have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.